Hi friends, it's me, Miss Chacon. We are back. Today is today is Wednesday, and you may be saying, Miss Chacon, why do I see you? This is our math lesson. You're not on the wrong lesson. You're not looking at language arts. You are looking at a math lesson, but today you're going to be able to see me on the math lesson because today I have my own big clock here, and I want to go over how to tell time with our big clock, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. Before we start, I just want to go over what we're doing today. So today we're doing a lesson on time to the hour and the half hour. If you have not watched our language arts video yet on goods and services, you'll be able to watch that. And also we have our Zoom meeting today at 1:30. So if you're watching this and our Zoom meeting hasn't come yet, remember that our meeting is at 1:30. So, and if you already have passed and we watched our Zoom meeting, it was so fun, wasn't it? I hope you had a great time during our Zoom meeting. Okay, so let's get started. So here is our time to the hour and half hour. So a class went to the library at 1:30. So the class went to the library at 1:30. So let's take this and we're going to move it to 1:30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it around a few times until it gets to about here, okay? So now we see that the big hand here is on the 6. You can see right here. The big hand is on the 6. If it's on the 6, it means 30. And now, right here, I got it to 1:30 because the hour hand is between the 1 and the 2, the 1 and the 2 right here. That means that it's always going to be 1. So if the hour hand is between, we go back in time, and now it's 1 o'clock. So this is the picture that we're going to draw. We're going to draw the hour hand between the 1 and the 2, and the minute hand down on the 6. So that makes it 1:30. So let's draw that on our analog clock up here. So I'm going to draw my small hand up here and my minute hand all the way down. So that's what 1:30 looks like. My lines aren't exactly as straight as this one, but it'll do. Now, what we have to do is after we've shown it on our analog clock, we have to show it on our digital clock. So how do we show 1:30? See this little, the wristwatch on the girl? That's a digital clock. So we have to fill in the hour and the minutes. So 1:30, that means the minute is going to be 30, so 30. And the hour hand on the left side, that's going to be 1. So her analog clock her digital clock says 1:30, and our analog clocks are saying 1:30. So that's how we tell time here and on our digital clock, okay? All right, let's go to the next page. So, see and show. You can tell time to the hour and half hour. So when we look at our clock here, our hour is 60 minutes. So when you say, oh, an hour has passed, that means in the time it went to go all the way around the clock, it was 60 minutes. Now, so let's say it's 1 o'clock. So let's say it's 1 o'clock, right? That means that the hour hand is going to be on the 1, right here, and the minute hand is going to be all the way up here at the 12, okay? Now, let's say a half hour passed. So when I'm going to do to make sure the half hour passes on the 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it, so it started up here on the 1, and I'm going to bring it all the way down to the 6. Now, half an hour has passed because my minute hand has gone around halfway through the circle. So now it's 1:30. But how do I know that this is at 30 just because it's at the 6? Well, when you're looking at the minute hand, you're counting by 5s, if you didn't know. So when it's on the hour, it's okay to say, oh yeah, this is 12, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But when you're looking at the minute hand, so our big hand, Every time it lands on one of these numbers, we're going by 5. So when it's all the way up here at 1 o'clock, that means that the hour hand is 1 and the minute is going to be 0, 0 because we start here at 0, okay? But let's say that it's 1:05. Now we bring it down to the 1. Now they're both on the 1. So the hour and the minute hand is on the 1, right? Now it's going to be 1:05 because we went from 0 to 5. Now let's bring the minute hand but down to the 2. Now it's going to be 0, 5, 10. We bring it down to the 3. It's 15. So now it's 1:15. Now it's 1:20 because we went down to 4. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now it's 1:25. Bring it down 5 more, 30. So now this is 1 o'clock, 1:05, 1:10, 1:15, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30, 1:35, 1:40, 1:45, 1:50, 1:55, and then when we get all the way back down to here, it's not 1 o'clock anymore, it's 2. It's 2 o'clock because see, the hour hand is on the 2 now, and the minute hand is on 12. So when we're looking at minutes, if you see the little clock right there, it has 0, 10, 5, 6, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's how you read an analog clock with the minutes. So you look at the hour, and then you go 5, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And once you get to 60, it's the time for the new hour. Okay, so let's look at this. If on this one, the hour hand is on the 9. So we're going to be putting 9. On the minute hand, it's on the 12. And remember, when it's on the 12, we do 0, 0. So 0, 0. Because remember, we start counting 0, 5, 10. Okay? Now here, the hour hand is between the 9 and the 10. So we're going to go back in time and pick 9. So 9 is the hour. And the minute hand is on the 6. So that means we're going to start at 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the time is going to be 9:30. And don't worry if it's a little confusing. Once you learn how to tell time and know that it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, it's not going to be 25 o'clock, but you know that the hour hand is the number. So the hour hand is going to be either 12, 1, 2, 3. And the minute hand is going to be 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we just need a little bit of practice, and then you'll get really good at it. Once you learn how to tell time, you never forget, okay? All right, so what we need to do now is do 11:30. So we're going to make sure our clock is at 11:30. So we know that the hour has to be between the 11 and the 12 because it's going to go back in time. And then this has to be down at the 30. So this is what it has to look like. The hour hand has to be between 11 and 12, so we can go back in time and it'll be 11 on the hour. So it's right there. And then our minute hand is going to be all the way down here at the 6 because it's going to be 0, 11, 11, 11:05, 11:10, 11:15, 11:20, 11:25, 11:30. So that's how it works. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now we know that the hour hand has to be between, and the minute hand to get to 30 needs to be on 6. So we're going to draw our minute hand all the way down, and then we're going to write 11:30 on our clock, okay? Now, 5:30. So we know our hour hand has to be all the way over here, all the way between, so let's pretend it's 5 o'clock, okay? It's 5. Oh, I'm struggling with my clock over here. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. So we start the hour hand at 5 and the minute hand all the way at the top. That means it's 5:00, 5 o'clock, okay? But then it went half past 5. That means it went all the way halfway down the circle, okay? So we're going to count to see what time is half past 5. So it's going to be 5, 5:05, 5:10, 5:15, 5:20, 5:25, 5:30. And look at that. Our minute hand went all the way halfway down. It didn't go all the way around in a full circle, but it went halfway down. And now the minute hand is on the 6, and the hour hand is between 5 and 6, making it 5:30. So we're going to do right here. The minute hand is all the way down at the 6, and we're going to write 5:30. That is what half past 5 is, because we went halfway down. We didn't go all the way around. We went halfway down, so it's half past 5. Okay, so now it's talk math. What's the difference between analog clock and digital clock? So what's the difference between this and something you'd see on the clock in your car or on the clock in your microwave? What's the difference? Okay, so talk it out with your family. And now for on my own, I want you to do numbers 3 through 8 on your own. Take as much time as you need. Pause this video and come back to it, okay? Remember, try your best. Don't worry about the rest. All right, pause it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. All right, I hope you worked on it and you came back. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna find 3:30. So, we're gonna take it to 3. The hour's gonna be at 3, and the minute hand is, so we're gonna start at 3 o'clock, okay? We know we don't need 3 o'clock, we need 3:30. So here's 3, we need to get to 3:30, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 3, 3:05, 3:10, 3:15, 3:15, 3:20, 3:25, 3:30. You see how I did that? I started at 0, so 3:03, 3:05, 3:10. Now we got to 3:30. So now the hour hand is between the 3 and the 4, and the minute hand is all the way down at the 6. So we're going to bring it down again. Minute hand is all the way down at the 6, and our digital clock is going to say 3:30 or 3:30, okay? Now we need to get to 9 o'clock. So we know our hour hand is going to be at the 9, okay? And then it's 9:00, 9 o'clock. Not 9:05, not 9:10, 9 o'clock. So whenever it's the top of the hour, meaning that the hour just started, the hour hand is always going to be right on it. So it's always going to be right on 9, right here. It's the top of the hour, so it's going to be right on 9. And the minute hand is going to be right at the top, right at 12. So it's 9 o'clock, 9:00. So I'm going to draw the minute hand all the way at the top facing 12. And then I'm going to draw from my digital clock 9:00, okay? Now for our next one, we need 1:30. So I'm going to go to 1 o'clock first because it's easier to start that way. So we start at 1, okay? Now we need 1:30. So 1 is already half past, okay? Ready? So here's 1 o'clock, 1:05, 1:10, 1:15, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30. And look at that. It went halfway around, so we know that 1:30 means 1:30. So then we're going to draw our minute hand. So the hour hand is between the 1 and the 2, and the minute hand is all the way down at the 6. Then we're going to write 1:30 or 1:30, okay? Now we need to go to 8 o'clock. And remember, when it's just the top of the hour hand is always going to be on the number, and the minute hand is always going to be on the 12. So the hour hand is going to be right there on the number. So 8, it's pointing right at 8, and the minute hand is pointing right up at 12. 8:00, 8 o'clock, okay? So I'm going to do my minute hand right here at the top, and digitally I'm going to write 8:00, okay? Now we're going to write 2:30. So we don't need this anymore. We have to write it digitally. So 2:30 on the clock, it's going to be, we know that it's going to be 2 o'clock on the hour, and halfway, so when it says half past, that always means 30. So it's going to be 2:30. That's why every time it says half past, you know that the minute is going to be 30, okay? Now it's saying write 6 o'clock on the clock. So we know that if it's the top of the hour, it's going to be 6 right here in the hour part, and on the minute parts, it's going to be 0, 0. So 6:00, 6 o'clock, okay? All right. Problem solving. Write the time on the clock. So the hour hand is between 1 and 2. So we know the hour hand is going to be between 1 and 2, and the minute hand is on the 6. So the hour hand is between 1 and 2, and the minute hand is on the 6. What time is it? Draw the hands on the clock. So let's draw the hands first. So we're going to draw the hour hand, so the short hand, between 1 and 2. So it's between 1 and 2. And the long hand, the minute hand, is going to be on the 6, okay? So we have between 1, the hour hand is between 1 and 2, and the minute hand is on the 6. What time is it, okay? We don't know what time it is yet. All we know is that the hour hand is between the 1 and the 2, and the minute hand is on the 6. So what we're going to do is, let's find the hour first, okay? So if I'm looking at my hour here, I know that it's between 1 and 2. When we're trying to tell the hour and it's between, it's not right on the 1, it's not right on the 2, it's between. When it's between the two numbers, we always go back in time to know the time. So we know that if we go backwards and pick the smaller number, it's going to be 1. So the hour is 1. And what is the minute? So we know the hour is 1, but it's not just 1 o'clock, because if it was just 1 o'clock, the minute hand would be up here on the 12. That's not the case. The minute hand is all the way down here at the 6. So what we could do to check what time it is, we can go, here's 1 o'clock, it's going to be 1:05, 1:10, 1:15, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30, okay? So the time is 1:30. Now, the time on the clock is 1 hour after 2. Well, all we need to do is look at 1 hour after 2. So here's 2 o'clock right here. Here's 2 o'clock, where it's facing the 2 and the 12. But what's 1 hour after 2? So we went all the way around the hour, and 3. So we just added 1 hour, and we found out that the 1 hour after 2 is 3 o'clock, okay? So we're going to write 3 on the hour side and 00 on the minute side, okay? Now, how many minutes after the hour does the clock show? Remember, how many minutes after the hour does the clock show? So it's asking you how many minutes is it on the clock, okay? So do your best, use your best analog clock reading skills, and write how many minutes past the hour does the clock show. So how many minutes is that clock showing, okay? All right, friends, that's it for today. I hope you found our clock example helpful, and I hope you have a great day today. Bye.